The second type of permutation is where repetition is not allowed. Repetition is not allowed in the selection. So, say for example, we have a 3-letter combination. We could have ABC, BCA, yeah, that works in this case, DEF, and so on. You are not allowed to use the same letter twice though, so ABA is unacceptable. We're not allowed to use ABA. So how do we account for that? Well, if we think about this, okay, we have our available numbers, N is 26, and R is 3. That's the spaces we have open. So if we go through it, if we choose our first number, it can be 1 out of any 26 numbers. The second number we choose, however, we're not allowed to repeat the number that we just chose, so we only have 25 options. And then for the next number, you only have 24 options because those two letters, I've been saying numbers the whole time, but it's letters. Those two letters are used, so we only have 24 options. So that's the simple way to write that out. We have a long and proper format, and it goes like this. P of nr equals n factorial over n minus r factorial. So in this case, we have P26, 3, the bigger number goes in front, and the bigger number goes on top. 26 factorial over 26 minus 3 factorial. Okay, so 26 minus 3 is 23 factorial. So we can simplify this. So we go down 26 times 25 times 24 times 23 factorial. Because factorial means you're going, say 4 factorial is 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. So you just go all the way down to 1. Over 23 factorial. You can cancel those out, and you're left with this. So it's kind of ridiculous to go through all that work. But if you have big numbers, it might make it a little clearer, a little bit less confusing. Okay, so the answer here is 15,600, which I did right now in my head. Okay, that's not true. I did it beforehand. All right, how much time do we have? Oh, 10 minutes, wow. All right, now we're going to talk about combinations. I'm doing combinations in red because they're slightly different. Okay, top of the page, combinations. Top of the page to you. Combinations. So combinations are different from permutations in that order is not important. In the arrangement. So in the case of combinations, ABC, that arrangement would be equal to BAC because order is not important. They're the same characters. If you have a group of people, this is where it typically comes into play. You have, say, a group of people. If you had Arthur, Bob, and Christine, that would be the same group of people as Bob, Arthur, and Christine. See what I'm saying? So, in the permutation case, these two would be different. They would not be equal. But in such cases, we use the combination formula. So, the combination formula is actually really similar. It's similar to the permutation formula. So you say C of n and r is n factorial over n minus r factorial times r factorial. So, when, okay, for example, we have a question, how many how many different teams of 3 people can be arranged from a group of 7. Okay, so our number that we have selection from, or n, the bigger number, is 7. And r, the number of spots open in the group or team, is 3. So we can take this and fill it out. So we have C73 equals 7 factorial over 7 minus 3 factorial times 3 factorial. And this is fun. You can do a lot of math footworks to get simplified answer. Okay, well, let's look at the bottom first. Okay, 7 minus 3 is 4 factorial. And 3 factorial. 4 factorial times 3 factorial. We can go down 7, 6, 5, go to the biggest number that's on the bottom, and then you can cancel those. And what's 3 factorial? It's 3 times 2 times 1, which is 6. So 3 factorial equals 6. You can get rid of that. And so now you're left with just 7 times 5, which is, still on the page, which is 35. So you can have 35 different teams with the same group of 7 people. If you have 3 people in each team. Okay. So, I hope that was helpful to you. Please click on this scribbly line. Isn't that fun? I'm using the magic of the internet. Use this scribbly line to see my other pre-calculus videos. I have a playlist talking about lots of other things, and hopefully I'll have another one up today. And if you click on this amorphous blob, I love amorphous blobs, you can subscribe using that one. And finally, my good friend, the coordinate owl. When I'm in class, we always are graphing and drawing coordinates. And whenever the coordinate 0, 0 comes out, I cannot resist drawing a ridiculous little owl that looks kind of like a cat with a fluffy tail that sits in a tree. So yeah, click on the coordinate owl to see my channel. There's a lot of other kind of stuff in there. He's sitting on a tree branch, in case you were wondering. So yeah, there's a lot more than just math on there. So yes, make your decision. Which will you click? Only one can be clicked. Actually, you can click on all of them. You'll just have to go back and click them again. All right, thank you.